Amsterdammers are known for their free and independent spirit. This explains the design of the city's streets, which allow pedestrians, cyclists, and cars to move freely while sharing space. This video will be looking at the living streets of Amsterdam. I will use UC Berkeley professor Donald Appleyard's urban planning concept of a livable street as the criterion to examine these living streets. We're looking at Bloomstraat and the Jordaan. And the first thing that you're going to see in the street is that it manages speed. The speed limit is only 15 kilometers per hour or 9 miles an hour. At 30 miles an hour, there's a 70% likely chance that the person who gets hit by a car while they're walking will be killed. But at 25 miles an hour, they will live. Living streets manage car space. The cars have to travel along a narrow path, and parked cars impede their ability to speed. This street is a community space, and this cafe would lose business if there was cars speeding through this intersection because those people would get hit. Bloomstraat is so quiet. This is Rosengratz. It's a distributor road with a speed limit of 35 kilometers per hour. In the Netherlands, if a road has a speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour, these cyclists would be on something called a cycle track. That's the next thing we're going to take a look at. I was in the Netherlands for a study abroad trip with my university, Texas State. Part of our program was to work with Dutch students. One of my colleagues, Tim, was from Amsterdam. Tim said that cycling was a way of life for young people, and it gives them freedom of transportation from a young age. In America, we romanticize the automobile, and in Holland, they have freedom of movement without fossil fuels. Cycle tracks are bike paths that are separated from the street. The high rideshare number shows you that if you provide safe infrastructure, people will choose cycling. And these living streets and cycling coexist because your society has to want to have safer streets, not faster streets for cars. And these welcome mat ramps really help make living streets slower because people have to roll over this ramp that is like a big speed table before they go into a neighborhood, and it physically forces them from going fast after they head into the neighborhood. It's a great design feature. The Albert Cook Market is a lively tourist attraction and food market during the day. At night, people congregate here and hang out in the cafes that line the streets. What makes this space remarkable is how a lack of car traffic allows street vendors to interact with their clientele. I was first in line for the mini pancakes at 9:30 a.m. when they opened. As soon as the vendor had poured out the batter, the people on the street started investigating and lining up. Appleyard was a proponent of green streets. He believed that green space would shade people on a hot summer's day and break the monotony of urban architecture. The Dutch have used green space to effectively have traffic calming. Planter boxes are used in this intersection to force cars to zigzag through it. Another example of green space being used as traffic calming. The last place I want to take you to is a different city, Utrecht, which has a canal project that is showing how citizens can reclaim their urban space. After World War II, Utrecht had installed a 6-lane car road adjacent to its central train station that removed the city's historic moat. The road did not serve a useful purpose because it was a motorway connection of 1 minute in time, and by 1989, the city had approved the removal of the roadway. Citizen advocates who wanted the city to bring the moat back were saying that the motorway interrupted the urban space of Utrecht, and they were concerned that Utrecht would lose its historic identity.